for Ichabod Crane. Number 11, Emmanuel Gomez. Number 18, Ryan Fernbach. Number 14, Miguel Martinez. Number 12, Roberto Gomez. Number 16, Tyler Sochowski. Number 5, Lucas Van Alstein. Number 19, Mihai Vlad. Number 4, Spencer Johnston. Number 22, Joe Kaiser. Number 15, Isaiah Turek. And number 9, Ricardo Cruz. And the starters, number 13, Jimmy Hollister. Number 21, Anthony DeChance. Number 1, Derek Fenoff. Number 2, Diego Lazama. Number 6, Alex Neiman. The goalkeeper, Pierce Riley. Number 8, Seth Scarano. Number 7, Eduardo Gomez. Number 3, Jesus Gomez. Number 10, Tyler Jablonski. And number 17, Justin Verblasco. The Riders are coached by Matthias Nordgren and assisted by John Knight. And now for the Cougars. Non-starters, number 6, Colby Provo. Number 8, Dustin Pupor. Number 3, Jordan Lapierre. Number 13, Tyler Bosley. Number 17, Kalen Dusso. Number 10, Austin Gagno. Number 5, Ryan Marks. Number 7, Matt LaFave. Number 15, Alex Lamberton. Number 14, Mason Laterno. Number 9, Brent Stein. A goalkeeper, Brady Vassar. And now the starters for Northeastern Clinton. Number 23, Thomas Bedard. Number 22, Rodney Grimshaw. Number 11, Garrett Begor. Number 18, Zachary Gay. Number 21, McKenna Hunter. Number 2, Avery Trombley. Number 12, Marcus LaFave. Number 20, Patrick Tarrant. Number 4, Austin Tatro. Number 19, Kyle McCarthy. And the goalkeeper, Josh Rebedu. Head coach is Dale Hawksby and assisted by Mr. Frank Dumas. Officials for today's game are on the lines, Dennis Labarge and Larry Bayshard. And officiating in the center today is Mr. Jamie Labarge. I would ask now that you please stand and remove all headgear for the playing of our national anthem.
I know a couple of them from down there. All right, welcome viewers to Hometown Cable's presentation of boys varsity soccer. This is a Class B regional semifinal contest coming to you from the Plattsburgh High School regional
final.
Did I say semifinal? Yeah. I am so sorry. Regional final in New York State Public High School Athletic Association's regional final in Class B, coming to you from the Plattsburgh High School Athletic Complex. The Cougars of Northeastern Clinton, representing Section 7, are hosting the Riders of Ichabod Crane, representing Section 2. This is a beautiful afternoon here at Plattsburgh High School with temperatures in the mid-40s, nice sunshiny day. And Cougars with the early advantage have the ball in the box here, trying to get a shot on goal, but can't come up with anything here, and the Riders come back the other way and push it forward. May take me just a couple minutes to get the names of the visitors in blue, but we will get this rolling for you just as quick as we can. Riders now with the possession at just inside midfield. Hunter steals the ball and tries to push it outside for Lefebvre, but it goes out of bounds, so the Riders will have a throw in here. Comes forward. McCarthy tries to get a touch on it, but it's defended there by number 17 is Verbraska. And here's a ball that's sent deep in the corner. Saved there. Pushed by a defender. Gay is there. Sends it back for Lefebvre and or for Bedard. Little miscommunication between he and Josh Rabbit, who's once again in goal for the Cougars, but Rabbit was able to corral that one. And again, I will do my best to get names for you here in the next hour and a half. Hunter trying to possess the ball, gets it in the center for Tremblay. Tremblay's going to send one up for McCarthy, who flicks it forward, but that's Verbraska again in the on the defensive end for the Riders. There's an opportunity here. This is can't get the number. That is number 8 is Seth Scarano. He pushes a nice bar. A ball gets pushed through, and looks like we're going to get a penalty kick awarded right off here with only just under 3 minutes gone in the contest, and referee Labarge whistles the Cougars for a foul inside the box, and it's going to result in a penalty kick for the Riders. So while we're at it, I can mention the officials. Jamie Labarge is doing the refereeing in the center. Larry Bayshard on one line and Dennis Labarge on the other. So it looks like it's going to be that same player. Scarano is going to be the player taking the kick. If I got that right, Calvin? Can you tell if it's number 8? And he pushes it to the opposite side that Rabideau would guess, and makes good on the penalty kick. So with just under 3 minutes to play here, the Riders go up on top with a 1-0 score on a penalty kick awarded early on in the contest. So he likes that. Yeah. All right, so we're back at it here. The Cougars with the ball, trying to push it by the defense. Rasco once again makes a defensive play, and the Riders try to come back and organize here at midfield. This is Eduardo Gomez, number 7. This one gets pushed through, but Bigor's there. Sends it up for Lefebvre, and we'll get a throw in.
Joe, you looking? Steve?
I'm sorry?
Chris was hollering to you. Chris was giving you the details. Chris LaRose.
So Grimshaw throws the ball in, goes over the head of the attackers, and it's knocked away by the Riders. And once again, they gain possession and push the ball up. Once again, Gomez on the right side. He pushes it forward, but it's broken up by
number 8, Scarano.
And Bigor touches that one out. So the Riders will have a throw in. This is a long throw in. This one comes all the way in the box, but Rabideau comes out and snares that one out of the air. So the Raiders are going to come up with a long throw, or the same as what the Cougars boast. So we'll have to hope that the Cougars are on their toes for that. It was a good opportunity off of that quick restart by Josh Rabideau to get the ball up front. McCarthy made a nice move to get it by his defender, but it was knocked out of bounds. So Cougars have pushed the ball deep into the attacking zone here. We'll see what they can do with this. That throw goes out to the top of the 18. It's headed in by Hunter, but can't be kept in there. Bedard is pushed up from his defensive position, and Scarano sends one forward. Out for number 6 is Alex Neiman. And that ball gets sent back by Grimshaw, but Gomez is there, and ball rolls up, hits him in the arm, so that'll get turned back around the other way. So the Cougars will have a restart here. Grimshaw sends that ball up, goes over the head of Hunter, and is pushed back the other way. There's a battle for it in the midfield. Tremblay sends it forward for McCarthy. He sends it just behind Tetro, who was cutting in. And this one gets cut off by Gomez. And that one's sent around the other way. And here's Tetro with an opportunity. He beats a defender, takes it to the corner of the box. And it rolls over the end line, and that's going to be a corner kick. So the Cougars with the first corner kick opportunity of the contest. McKenna Hunter will be on this kick. We'll see what the Cougars can do here on an offensive opportunity. Hunter puts that ball in low. Pierce Riley is the goaltender for the Riders. It's the first time he's been called upon to make a save, and he came out and picked that one up without too much problem. Punts it out towards midfield. Grimshaw tries to settle it there, but kind of loose in the middle. Bigor is there. Gives up on it, but the attacker coming forward didn't really make much of a play there. Little miscommunications, and that could have been a costly mistake, but ball goes out. It's going to be a Cougar throw. This one is sent down the line. Try to clear out by the Rider defense. Comes up for Gomez. He tries to get it off to the left side. I'm sorry, that's Lazama, number 2, over on the right side. Grimshaw steals this ball, tries to send one long, but it's going to go roll back to, is that Hollister? I can't see that number. So the numbers are pretty small on the back of those jerseys, so it might take me just a couple seconds to figure out who's who.
Tight font.
It's a tight font, yeah. So that's Lazama pushes it on the right side. Looks like number 11. That would be another Gomez. I guess if I just say Gomez, I got about half the team, right?
A bunch of them.
And this one's kicked back, but sent back towards the attacking side. And that one goes over the head of Neiman. Nice play there by, I believe that's number 18. Fernbach. Here's Parent. Puts one through the legs of a defender, but nobody there to run onto that one, and they can't keep it in, so Cougars will have a throw in. Yes, no? Yeah. He's a gamer, huh? All right, Grimshaw once again with the throw-in after the injury timeout. Here's a nice ball in the back of the box, off the post by McCarthy, and that was Hunter had a second chance at it, and that one went just wide. So Kyle McCarthy with a grade A scoring opportunity off that long throw-in, and took it off the crossbar. Then Hunter had an opportunity back the other way. Here comes the Riders off that quick turnaround. This ball is going to be sent into the box. It's sent backwards by Lazama. And here's a nice ball. It's sent to the outside of McCarthy. McCarthy makes a move on the inside, gets double teamed there, and he goes down. No whistle on that one. And here they comes out for Neiman on the left side. He's going to push one down for Scarano. Scarano has Bigor on him and knocks it out to slow it down. So we got here number 10. This is Jablonski. He's going to be the big thrower for Riders. That ball goes to the top of the box. Skips by a couple of players. There's an opportunity, and that's in the back of the net. A little bit of a letdown there. Well, we got a whistle, and the player was offside. Came back on before the ball got in. So the officials wave off that on the onside or offsides call. Looked like he was kind of there by himself anyway. But once again, a kind of a mental mistake by the Cougar defense to leave that player unmarked regardless of what his position was. Here's number 12 is Alberto Gomez. He tries to get it by Bedard, and that one goes out of bounds. So over will come Jablonski for that another long throw. And referee Labarge having a talk with one of the Cougar players. And Jablonski throws that one into the box. It's punched away by Rabideau. Jablonski follows the play up and puts a left-footed shot on it, but goes out of bounds, and then they'll have another throw-in. So the Riders with some certainly sustained pressure here with a couple of these long throw-ins, and this one goes all the way to the back of the box, hits the ground, but right at the foot of one of the players, one of the Rider players couldn't quite get a foot on it. And here's McCarthy, and he sends one long for Tetro, but that's going to roll all the way back to Riley. So the Cougars take the pressure off and push the ball back the other way, but didn't get much of a scoring opportunity out of that one. Here's Grimshaw battling for it, and once again it bounces up and hits one of the Rider players in the hand. So we get a restart for the Cougars. Grimshaw puts the ball in play right inside the box. It hits the ground there, and Bedard's the first one to get a shot on it and pushes it just wide of the far post. So Tom Bedard, coming up from a defensive spot, saw that ball loose and was the first one to get a foot on it. A lot of traffic in front of the goal, but he hooked it towards the far post, and it curled just outside of the post. So decent scoring opportunity there for the Cougars, who I think at this point have more shots on goal than the Riders do. Unfortunately, they're behind 1-0 on the scoreboard. Here's Begor. He pushes it up. Tremblay intercepts. And another whistle on that play. Here's the ball. And that call is going to go against the Cougars. So the Riders will get a free kick. Gomez pushes one long. This one's going to roll all the way back for Rabideau, scoops it up, and we'll get things going back the other way. And he shanks this one off of his foot out of bounds. So the Riders will have a throw in. Here's Neiman. Gay makes a nice defensive play there. And another whistle. So the Cougars with another free kick. We got just under 25 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's McCarthy trying to get by the defense. He's ganged up on there and loses possession. And that one's booted all the way down the field. Rabideau will come off his line to pick that one up. And do what he can to keep this one in bounds. Gets it out for Provost. Or Pupor, I'm sorry. Dustin Pupor has checked into the contest here on the right side for Cougars. And that one goes out of bounds, so it'll be another throw in. Bedard gets this one to McCarthy, who heads it long. It's defended there by the Riders. Here's Begor is going to punch one forward, but that one's just a little bit too long. Riley comes out and grabs that one. So the Cougars have certainly, it's been a game of momentum here. Each team has certainly had its opportunities, but no one able to really sustain any pressure. But here's Neiman pushes one by. Number 12 is Alberto Gomez. He pushes it back in the corner for Neiman. Neiman gets it by Gay. Gay working to keep that one out, and it's out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick for the Cougars. So Alex Neiman doing some good work down on the end line for the Riders. Cougars were forced to double up on him, and fortunately Neiman wasn't able to push one out front. Grimshaw sends it up towards midfield. Comes back. Bedard is there, working against Gomez. Scarano tries to get it for Neiman, but that one's not off the mark. Gay still has it, and that one goes out of bounds. And once again, that one's thrown out, or headed out. So Grimshaw will come down to take this throw in. And that ball's headed right for the goal mouth. Bounces over a few heads, but only blue shirts there. Bedard tries to corral it, but he gets taken off the ball. Gomez tries to push one to the right side. And this one comes back for Gomez, but Bigor plays it nicely, gives it for Parent. Parent can't control. And Neiman goes down, so the Riders will have a free kick inside midfield. And number 17 is Verbraska will come over to take this kick. Not sure if he was the one that came off with the injury earlier, but he's limping quite a bit. So here's a nice delivery into the box. Rabideau punches it out. Headed back in by the Riders. And it's Ryan Marks over there on the left side who's checked into the contest. And we got another whistle on this play. We got just under 21 minutes to play here in the first half. I'd say a pretty evenly played game so far, Calvin. What's your take on that?
I'd say 100% correct.
All right. Well, thank you. And Hunter tries to push that one over for Parent, but goes just a little bit too long. Here's Gomez. Parent. And now we've got the whistle.
Papa, I'm going to the concession stand.
Okay. Cougars put the ball back in play. Tetro goes up for it, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Riders. Coming for another long throw in. And this one comes out to the 10-yard line. Tetro is up, gets a head on it, and it's cleared out by the Riders. Bigor is there, wins that battle in the air, and sends it back in. And McCarthy comes in a little bit hard, and he draws the whistle. And he also draws the ire of one of the Ichabod Crane players. That would be Eduardo Gomez. Took exception to that hard foul. Grimshaw sends one over to the right side, but there's no white jerseys over there, so Riders will throw in again. Here's Neiman. Gay makes a nice play there, but Neiman gets whistled for the high kick. And Grimshaw will get it going. Here's Trombley, pushes one in for Hunter, who tries to set up McCarthy. McCarthy goes back the other way, and that looks like that's going to probably draw himself a yellow card. McCarthy came in on that ball pretty hard. It looked like the keeper had a pretty good bead on it. That one may have been a little over-aggressive. And I think referee Labarge is explaining that to Kyle McCarthy right now, and pretty soon we'll probably see the color come out. So McCarthy draws the yellow card with 18:15 to play here in the first half, so he'll have to come off the pitch. He might need a couple minutes to regain his composure after that pretty hard hit. We back on? We are there. Okay, so after that timeout for the yellow card, the ball gets pushed back underway. And the Cougars push the ball forward, but it's sent back the other way by the Riders. Now here's a nice ball down the left side for Neiman. Neiman corrals it, looking to send it back the other way, puts it in the center, but Bigor heads it away, comes all the way back for for Scarano, and he pushes it over to the right side. And this one's sent back into the center, but Bedard is there, and he comes forward with it. He goes down, and it'll draw the whistle. So Cougars again will get a restart here. See if they can't organize a little bit of offense. The Rider defense collapses on them pretty quickly when they get the ball anywhere in the attacking end. There's an opportunity here, but this one is going to roll over the end line, and that's going to result in a goal kick. This Lezama made a nice play down the right side and sent the ball in, but Scarano was just a little late getting there, and McCarthy will come back into the contest. And there's the Cougars with a throw in. Tremblay controls, pushes it for Parent. Parent tries to get it by his defender. Is no support there, and we get a whistle on the play. So if the Cougars can make something happen out of this free kick, once again the Riders packing the 8 guys back in the box, and that one's going to be sent directly over the end line. It's not going to amount to much. So Cougars see a offensive opportunity go by the wayside there. There's Parent battling for it against a couple of the blue shirts. That one's sent up for Gomez. It's cut off there by Gay. And he sends it back. But Jablonski is there to push it forward. And Grimshaw watches it go out of bounds. Be another Rider throw in. That one comes into the box. It's loose there, but Hunter gets a foot on it, pushes it out. McCarthy's going to be the first one to it. He corrals it. And no call there, as should be. The player was attacking from behind, and if there was any whistle, it was going to be on him, I would believe. There's Lefebvre. He's going to hook one into the box. That's going to go over the head of Riley, but made a nice one-handed save on that one. I'm not sure McCarthy was going to be able to do anything with it anyway, but Riley was able to get a hand on it and keep it away from the dangerous McCarthy. But that one was kind of deep on the end line. Riley certainly did the right thing to get a hand on it and keep it off the head of that attacking player. Austin Tatro checks back into the contest. That throw is in the box. Tatro's at it, sends it back for Gay. Gay's going to put a charge into it, but that one's not going to be anywhere near the net. Okay, so the Riders will, with a goal kick, send this one out towards midfield. Parent pushes it forward, but sent back the other way. Here's Scarano. Gets it by Gay. Still has it. Pushes it back for number 13 is Jimmy Hollister. And here's Neiman on the left side working against Bedard. And the ball stays in. Cougars end up with the ball. Here's McCarthy. And he loses it. So that'll be a Rider throw in. Jablonski pushes it over the head of Bedard, but Bigor is there. Gives it for Hunter. Hunter tries to push it wide for Lefebvre, but it gets intercepted there. Push back the other way. This one's into the box, but Rabideau comes out and grabs it. Here's Tatro with an opportunity. Pushes it by the defense, but he's not going to be able to catch up with that one before it rolls off the end line. So a nice play there by Austin Tatro to get that one past the defense. But now referee Labarge is overruling the linesman and calling a corner kick on this one. So he saw a deflection that the linesman didn't and reversed the call. Cougars will have a corner kick opportunity. Hunter with the kick, sends it to the far post. Tatro goes up, but goes over his head, and it's cleared out by the Riders. And that one is going to go out of bounds. So the Cougars will have a throw in. We've got 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half. The Riders with that 1-goal lead on the early penalty kick. This throw comes out to the top of the box, headed away by Scarano. Bedard gives it up for McCarthy, but once again the defense is pretty stout there. Parent goes down, and now we're going to have a little bit of pushing and shoving, and anyway, the result is going to be a free kick for the Cougars. Hunter will take this kick. He curls one to the back post, but it's going to go over the head of Lefebvre. And that's going to draw a whistle on the high kick by McCarthy, so the Riders will get a free kick back the other way. This one comes out just over midfield, headed back by the Cougars, but Gomez has it there, pushes up for Lizama, who tries to send it forward, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Riders. Tremblay will check back into the contest. That throw comes into the middle of the field. Tatro is there, flicks it over for Parent. Parent gets it taken away from him. Neiman sends it back for Nebraska, who sends one forward, but Cougar defense is there. Gay can't control it, and that'll be another offensive opportunity for the Riders. Not sure he's going to want to give up too many of these long throws down in that end, especially on a ball that he should have handled. Once again, Jablonski will toss that ball in, and it's going to go off of Gay's knee again. Oh my. Another long throw in. And this one goes to the far post, knocked away by Rabideau. And that one gets taken away. Apparently still in play. Now the ball goes out. Will be a Rider throw in. We get a player down. And the Riders get things going the other way now. Here's Hollister with it. He gets it taken away by Hunter. And that ball rolls all the way back to Verbaska. Comes in for McCarthy, but it gets taken away. Ball it's in the center, but Trombley can't corral it. Bedard working hard there. He goes down, and Cougars will have a free kick here inside of midfield. Grimshaw will hook this one to the left side of the box, but it's headed away by the Riders. There's Lizama down the right side. Gets the ball back. Tries to push it forward, but it gets cut off there by Bigor. Coming up for Bedard. Gets it over for Parrott. Neiman closes in on him pretty quickly. Here's Tatro with it. He's going to send one for Gay coming down the right side. He beats a couple defenders. One of them goes down. Here's Gay. He's going to put a shot on goal. So Zach Gay all the way up from his defensive position. Got by a couple of defenders. Another one went down. Gay found himself at just outside the 6 with the ball still on his foot. So he decided just to let one go. And Riley had the angle covered pretty good. So he was able to cover that one up. But still, a good, decent opportunity there by a defensive player showing a little bit of skill. Now here's Scarano back the other way. He's dangerous. He's got at the top of the box. He's going to take a shot that is going to get deflected there by Bedard. Gay pounds one back the other way. McCarthy tries to get ahead on it. And number 5 is Van Alstyne. We haven't called his name at all tonight. And that whistle again is going to go against the Riders. So Cougars will have another free kick. We got 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Cougars have kept the ball down in this attack again here with not a whole lot of shots on goal, but are controlling the midfield on the attacking side anyway and creating some opportunities. However, the Riders are pretty good at packing at least 6 or 7 guys back there every time the ball gets anywhere in the attacking zone. All right, that ball gets thrown into the center. Sent over for Bedard, but once again, Hollister, I believe it was Hollister, makes the play there and pushes it forward. Here's Lefebvre trying to gain some space. And comes all the way back for Bedard. Bedard's going to switch fields. That's, I believe there's a nice play by Parrott. And that one's sent back in play. Here's Bedard. He's going to turn around and put a shot on towards the goal, but not anywhere near the frame. So that one rolls off the end line, and the Riders will get a free kick. This one's sent up, goes over the head of Bigor. Grimshaw is there. Gay will switch fields, get it over to Lefebvre on the left side. Lefebvre beats one defender, pushes it in the center. Here's Hunter. Hunter, he's going to try to chip one forward, and that's going to go just a little bit too long. Riley will come out and grab that one. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the first half. Scarano. That ball is sent forward. There's Lizama. And it's out of bounds.
2 minutes.
Gomez tries to send it back to the other Gomez. Gets cut off there, but Cougars back the other way. Parent has it. Tries to get it for Tatro, but it gets stopped by Hollister. Here's Gay once again. Neiman sees that one coming again because he saw that play happen before, so he cut that one off before it could develop into anything. And Bigor and Gomez battle for it over on that side. Alberto Gomez. This is number 3 is Jesus Gomez on the right side of the defense.
One minute.
All right, here's an opportunity for the Cougars. Parrott has it on the right side with some space. He's going to chip one forward, but that one gone the wrong way. That Tatro was headed one way, and Parrott chipped it back the other way. And kind of caught everybody by surprise, and it skips all the way back to Riley. So we're under a minute to play here in the first half. And the Riders with the ball. Scarano has it. Here's Bedard. He's still got the ball. Hunter chips it forward, but Gomez knocks that one back the other way. Here's Tremblay. He's going to try to get one deep. Sends it over the head of everyone.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
There's McCarthy with it. Sends it out for Hunter. As the clock is winding down, Hunter's going to take a shot, but it's going to go high and wide, and that'll end the first half of play here in this New York State Public High School Athletic Association's regional final from Plattsburgh High School Complex. After 40 minutes of play, the Riders of Ichabod Crane High School have a 1-0 lead over the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton Central School. Alrighty, folks, we are ready to kick it off for the second half of action here at Plattsburgh High School Athletic Complex, and this New York State Public High School Athletic Association's regional final matchup between the visiting Riders of Ichabod Crane High School and the hometown of the home white Cougars of Northeastern Clinton Central School. The Riders with a 1-0 lead on that early penalty kick by Seth Scarano. And they possess the ball here to start things off. There's a ball that's headed into the box, and there's a nice shot there by one of the Gomez's, I'm sure. But again, the Cougars with a little lackadaisical play in the box to not clear that ball out and let the player unmarked in the box who caught that ball on the full volley on the way down to send it past Josh Rabideau from in close. So once again, the Riders strike early. Looks like Alex Neiman is going to pick up the goal, and I'm not sure. We'll see who gets the assist.
What? Number 8, Seth something scored though. First one.
Okay, 3 on a goal. Jesus Gomez. Did I get that right?
First one was
Anyway, we'll wait to get the official word on it.
I can't pronounce that.
But nonetheless, the Raiders are taking a 2-0 lead here early on in the second half, so they score that quick goal just as they did in the first half. But this time, on a nice play by. Still waiting to hear who gets credited with the goal. Like, I thought maybe it was Neiman, but.
What time? Thank you.
All right, so we got to adjust the clock. And
When you're done, just head back to the station.
get it here in just a second for you. We'll give you the definitive word on who got the goal by the Riders. Anyway, the Cougars bring the ball down. This one's sent over to the right side here for Lefebvre. And there's a ball that gets cleared off the end line.
And assisted by number 7, Eduardo Perez, and number 6, Alex Neiman.
Okay, so Jesus Gomez gets credited with the goal, and assisting on it, number 7, Eduardo Gomez, and Alex Neiman being named as the assist. So while we were waiting for all that to happen, Cougars with a real nice scoring opportunity there. As Riley had come off his line, lost his balance, was down on the ground, but the ball got sent towards the end line. Not sure who put the foot on it, but Justin Nebraska was able to clear it off the goal line. So the Cougars with a golden opportunity there to get one of those goals back, but the Rider defense comes up strong there. And here's Bedard trying to push one down to Lefebvre. Vigor gets that one knocked away. And once again gets it knocked away. Gay trying to get things going. Now here's Gomez, sends one for Neiman. Neiman brings it into the center. And here, nice 1-2 punch there. Neiman's going to get the shot off, and it gets deflected just wide. Doesn't get deflected just wide, so Alex Neiman with some nice work there. He and Scarano doing a little give and go. So the Riders right now showing some good possession with the ball, and that one could have easily ended up as another goal, but Neiman just misfired on the shot. So the Cougars need to see if they can't step up that defense a little bit, or they're going to find themselves in a deeper hole than they already are. So the Cougars with another throw in. And that one gets sent forward. Lizama gives it for Herbate. Here's Bedard working hard against it on defense. And he pushes one for Parent. Parent keeps it in. Hunter sends it in the center for Trombley. Trombley now with some space. Tries to get one for McCarthy, but goes behind him, and Rabaska sends it back. Braska sends it back the other way. Here's Scarano. That's headed away by Gay. And it goes out of bounds for another Cougar throw in. Nebraska once again sends it up for Herberto. And Gay kicks it out of bounds. There's an opportunity. And that one's going to go by. So this time, Diego Lizama wide open on the right side of the box. And the ball gets kicked through to him by Alex Neiman. And that puts the Riders up by a 3-goal lead here with less than 5 minutes gone here in the second half. So Lizama with the goal. Looks like they're going to credit the assist to Eduardo Gomez. I thought that was Alex Neiman who worked that ball through, but Gomez was the guy who beat the defense and put it all the way to the right side for Lizama, who was wide open out the just inside the box and had plenty of time to line that shot up and pushed it past Josh Rabbit, who really didn't have much of a chance on it. So the Cougars find themselves in a pretty deep hole here with certainly plenty of time to go in the contest.
Goal scored by number 2, Diego Lizama. Assisted by number 7, Eduardo Gomez.
So here's Bedard. He's giving one for McCarthy. McCarthy gets it past defender, but Tremblay not able to catch up with that one. Here's Gomez, tries to get it for Lizama, but it's cut off. Grimshaw battling for it there. And the Cougars will throw in. Hunter sends back the other way. Igor kind of misfires on it. Here's Scarano. And this one is sent forward for Alberto Gomez, who gets by one defender, chips one forward, but Lizama can't catch up with that one, but the ball is still in a dangerous spot here. Tremblay will try to clear it out. And Bigor tries to defend that one. Grimshaw has to come back and clear it out of the box as Gomez was there. And the Raiders stay organized here. Here's a ball that's pushed for Lizama, but he gets there a little bit late, and he's challenged by Lefebvre, so he puts a foot on it, but it goes over the end line, and Cougars will have a goal kick. So it's been all Riders so far here in this second half with 2 goals on the board to show for it, and it doesn't seem like they're letting up on the pressure here at all. This one comes back for Tatro. All right, so looks like the Riders are going to get themselves a free kick. And Nebraska will take the kick. Comes into the box. Rabideau comes out, punches it away. Tremblay tries to catch up to it, and it's controlled by Scarano. Scarano sends one in, and that one misfired by Gay, trying to clear it out, gets it off the side of his foot, and Rabideau has to make one of his better saves of the game to keep that one from going behind him. And we got a player down. Are we all set? We are rolling. Okay, so after the injury timeout, we're back at it. Ball's at midfield. Riders possess. And this one's sent back into midfield. Gomez is combined there to send the ball forward. Gets by Grimshaw. Alberto's there. He pushes it by Grimshaw, but Bigor is there. He sends it up for Marks. Marks gets it wide for Grimshaw. Grimshaw looking to get rid of it. Gets into some space and sends it forward, but it's not going to find its target. Here's Marks with a little bit of room. He's going to try to chip one up to Tatro, but Nebraska is there to cut that one off. And that one goes out of bounds. It's going to be a rider throw-in. There's Lizama, the goal scorer, one of the goal scorers. And once again, the Cougars with a throw-in. So we got 10 minutes gone here in the second half. And this one comes to Nebraska, who gets it over the head of Bigor, but Gay is there. And he sends it over for Lefebvre. Lefebvre is double teamed there, and finally Gay pushes it out of that scrum up for Hunter. Hunter has it.
I figured you heard it because he stood right up.
Pushes it wide for Parrott. Parrott tries to chip one into the center. And Nebraska is there to send it back the other way. Here's Bedard. He tries to slip one through for Tatro. Tatro's there. He gets ganged up on pretty quickly. And once again, Igor will try to send it forward. Here's Lefebvre. And that one's handled there by the Rider defense. And Gomez will send it up for Lizama. Bigor steps in front of that. Comes back for Gomez. Gomez to the other Gomez. The other Gomez. And here's Marks. And Lefebvre goes down, so that's going to be a free kick for the Cougars. So Grimshaw will put this one in play. Sends it to the right side of the box. McCarthy heads it, but goes kind of the wrong direction, and the Riders come away with it. Here's Neiman. And that one goes towards the sideline. It'll be a Rider throw-in.
Yeah.
Something going on here?
And that one's headed past the defense, but rolls all the way back out. And Rabideau gets to it there before anything can happen. Had Alberto Gomez bearing down on him, but Rabideau was able to come out and cover it up. Punts it out towards midfield. Jablonski is the first one to it, and he sends it forward. Here's Gomez trying to get it by Bigor. And Bigor stands his ground, sends the ball out. It's going to be another Rider throw-in. And here comes Jablonski. We haven't seen any of his long throws so far in this second half, but we're about to see one now. And that one's all the way into the box. Rabideau comes up, plucks it out of the air, and we'll now get it going back the other way. Tatro can't handle it. Sends it back for Jesus Gomez.
Yeah, okay.
Here's Eduardo. Into the center for Scarano. Scarano makes a nice move there. Gets it by Bedard. Marks makes the defensive play, but gets whistled for the foul. And we will have a free kick. Jablonski sends this one into the box, and Gomez is going to get called for the high kick. Here's Neiman with it on the left side. Pushes it down for Scarano. Scarano back for Neiman, but Bigor breaks that one up. And it's sent forward for McCarthy. McCarthy. And here's Lefebvre coming down the left side, but the Riders are pretty quick to get back. Here's an opportunity here. The ball's in the middle, and Tetro gets screened off the ball pretty good there, but no whistle, and play will continue for now anyway. And now we're going to have a whistle on the play. I wouldn't be so sure. And we'll see what his decision is. I don't know that it's a automatic disqualification if you get 2 yellow cards, but I guess it's certainly up to the discretion. He's going to allow McCarthy to stay in the game. So. Alrighty, folks, so after the injury timeout, we are back at it. Cougars with the possession. This is Colby Provost, who's checked into the contest. And also, number 4 is Spencer Johnston for the Riders. We hadn't called his name. I believe he just came in to replace the injured player who was Justin Nebraska, has had a big game in the back line for the Riders. Here's another offensive opportunity, and Neiman goes down. The ball rolls back to Rabideau, who scoops it up and will punt it back the other way. That call is going to go against the Cougars. So once again, the Riders will get things going. Neiman tries to get it past Gay, and that ball is going to be down the sideline, but you're going to whistle on the play, so we'll have another free kick. And this one's pushed over for Johnson on the right side. Gets it up for Lizama, who tries to push it through. Bigor is there, but goes out of bounds. Be a Cougar throw in. There's Gomez. Sends it back for Eduardo Gomez, and Bedard has to defend there. Bigor up for Grimshaw. Grimshaw pushes it up for Hunter. Hunter's going to send one long. McCarthy has it. Looking for some support. Sends it back for Grimshaw, who's come up from his defensive spot. Grimshaw's going to get a shot, but got a little bit too excited there and sent that one over. Hard to tell whether it was on frame or not, but it was definitely high. I don't know if it was in between the uprights, but it was a pretty decent opportunity as Grimshaw came up from his defensive position, had the momentum and had the ball, but got the shot just up a little bit too high.
It used to be called a Sputnik kick.
Yeah, because that was where it was gonna end up in orbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 50 years ago.
Yeah. There was a few of them 30 years ago too. I've seen a few in my day. All right, so the Riders bring the ball out of their zone. They're certainly content to keep this ball on the ground and use up as much time as they can. But they've certainly had good possession this second half, and limiting the opportunities for the Cougars and making good on the opportunities that they had down at the other end. That ball comes into the center, but sent back out. Here's Grimshaw once again. He switches one over for Pupor, I believe. Pupor sends it in the middle. High ball that McCarthy gets a head on. Coming down for Provost. Provost is there. He's got Jesus Gomez defending on him, and the Cougars will have a throw in deep in the attacking zone. We got 20 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in the second half. And that ball is going to come into the box. And it gets headed by Hunter. Looks like it's going to result in a corner kick. So Cougars will get another opportunity on this end with a corner kick. Hunter had a good opportunity there. Got a head on the ball, but it skipped backwards instead of towards the frame. There's a nice ball. It's in the air, but that was Jablonski, I think, got to it first before McCarthy could get a head on it. Provost sends it up for Marks. Marks trying to get past Johnston, but he was equal to that task, and Lizama sends one into the middle for Scarano. Here's Scarano, gets past a couple of defenders. Bigor is there, but Scarano still has the ball. Gay makes a pretty aggressive move there to push him off of it and slow that down. Here's Jablonski sends it back in, but here's another opportunity, but this time it was shot right at Rabideau. That, I believe, was Neiman. That was Alex Neiman who got that shot off, but went right at Rabideau, so he was able to make that stop. Grimshaw. Still has it. Gives it for McCarthy in the center, but that gets knocked away by Johnston. Mark sends it back in. Here's Pupor, sends one wide. It gets past the defense, and it's cleared out, but goes out of bounds, so we'll have another throw in. Tatro is going to check back into the contest, and Pupor will come out. And that one goes all the way back for Riley. Timed it just right and reaches up and grabs it out of the air. Here's Lizama. He's going to try to send one forward, but it got partially deflected there. Cougars take over. Provost sends it back for Bigor. Bigor pushes it forward. Tatro flicks it for Grimshaw, who's moved up from his defensive spot. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Rider throw in. Lizama once again. There's Scarano. That didn't fool anybody. Good looking play, but Bedard wasn't fooled on that. And this one rolls all the way back to Rabideau, and he'll get it started back the other way. 17.5 minutes left in the contest. Here's a nice ball that gets pushed into the box, but gets covered up by Rabideau before the attacking player can get there. I believe that was Seth Scarano. Here's Lefebvre. Sends one in for McCarthy. McCarthy gets it just a little bit too far ahead of him, but does get a nice pass in for Tatro, but Tatro gets double teamed there. These Rider defenders can close on the ball pretty quickly, and that's what's limited the scoring opportunities for the Cougars. Here's a ball that's sent into the middle. This is Jablonski, and he puts a left foot into it, but it goes wide of the net, and Cougars will have a free kick. Marks, he gets shoved off the ball. This is Eduardo. He brings it right down the heart of things, tries to get one through for Scarano, but Bigor was able to cut that off. Grimshaw and Johnston battle for it. Grimshaw comes up with it, touches one wide, gives it for Tatro, but it goes a little bit long. And the Riders will watch it go out of bounds. And that'll result in a goal kick. Here's Johnston, pushes one up for Lazama. Ball stays in. Bigor has it. And he's going to put one in the center. Tatro flicks it for McCarthy. McCarthy tries to make a nice through ball there for Hunter, but it doesn't get through the defense. Once again, Hunter's going to take a shot, but that's going to be a two-hopper back to Riley, and he'll have no problem with that one. So Cougars trying to get something going here with just under 15 minutes to play, and 15 minutes left in their season. They need to see if they can generate something here, or they're going to be going home, and the Riders are going to be headed to the Final Four. Gay steps up. McCarthy tries to flick one past. That's Derek Finoff on the back line there for the Riders. And that one's headed out. Comes back. Neiman sends it back in. Gay decides to push it forward, but Scarano's going to be the first one to it. He's going to send a deep ball. This is number 9 is Isaiah Cruz has checked into the contest for the Riders. Didn't see him sneak into the game. I would say at some point might want to start putting in some of his reserves to get him a little bit of playing time before the Final Four, but maybe, maybe not. Don't know. And this time I think we may have seen the end of Mr. McCarthy. I think referee Labarge gave him plenty of fair warning on that last time around, and probably told him that if he saw anything that he didn't like, that he was going to be gone, and staying true to his word.
So the Cougars will be down a man for the rest of the game.
Right, Cougars will have to play a man down, and 13 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. All right, Riders will get the ball going back the other way. Here's Johnston with it. He's going to try to push one by, but Provost is there, and that's going to go out of bounds. So here's Lazama, flicks one forward for Scarano. Scarano has it. Tries to get it into the center, but it's kicked away by Bedard. Here's Hunter. Tries to send one forward for Tatro, but that gets broken up there. Marks controls, but gets that taken away. There's another ball sent into the center. This one is Eduardo Gomez. He goes down, and that's going to result in a free kick for the Riders. It's going to be just outside the 18, so we'll see what happens on this play. Looks like Jablonski's going to take this kick, and the way things are set up, looks like he's going to kick it right at the goal, and sure does. That one misses everything, so the Cougars will get a goal kick back the other way. Johnston cuts that one off. Marks has it. And he tries to chip one forward for Tatro, but it's covered up nicely there by Fenoff. And Provost loses control of it. And it's going to go over to the Riders. So the Riders controlling possession here in the back line. Cougars a little disorganized, trying to figure out whether to play defense or offense. And here's another through ball, but Bigor comes by and gets a foot on it and goes over to the corner. Will end up as a result in a corner kick, which I think is the first one of the afternoon for the Riders, if I'm not mistaken, but doesn't appear as though they've needed too many corner kicks. They've been able to capitalize on their offensive opportunities, and their defense has been outstanding. Here's Neiman, top of the box. He works one in deep, but that one's going to go out of bounds as well, and be another corner kick. All right, this ball is served into the box. Here's Hunter trying to get something going in the center. Pupor has it. Gives it for Provost in the middle for Marks. Marks tries to send one through, but Fenoff is there to take care of that one. Here's Gay. Turns the ball around, sends it up to the center. Hunter tries to flick it forward. He does. This one comes back. This is Gomez, gets it over for Johnston. Johnston turns and sends the ball long. Bigor backpedals, sends it into the center. This one comes back for Hunter. Hunter for Marks. Marks tries to get one past the defense, but once again the Rider defense comes up strong. Marks for Pupor. Ball stays alive, but Jablonski turns around and sends it out. Here's Lefebvre. And that call is going to go against the Riders, so looks like the Cougars will have a free kick out just outside the box here with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the contest. And ball's in the air. It's loose down on the ground, but it's cleared out by the Riders, and we're going to have a throw-in and a substitution. That's number 14 is Mason Letourneau is coming to the contest for the Cougars. And that one gets headed away by the Rider defense. Here's Neiman. Ooh, that player looked like he was offside. But Bigor hustles back to cut him off. And it's going to get a shot off, but looks like Bigor's going to get a foot on it. That's going to be another corner kick. Little too late. As the doesn't appear as though the Rider defense is letting up at all. There's a nice ball that Rabideau pushes over the other side. Letourneau is the first one to it. He's going to turn and try to get it past the defense, but here's Johnston. He's going to try to get it cross off. Bigor saves it, sends it over for Marks. Cougars playing with the ball deep in the zone here. Here's Roberto Gomez. Nice feed inside. That shot's going to go off. Deflected by Rabideau, makes a nice save there. Goes back to Alex Neiman, who got a knee on it but didn't get much mustard on it, so couldn't get the rebound past Rabideau, who was able to regain control and cover up the ball. So nice opportunity there for the Riders. But Rabideau comes up with a big save to keep it a 3-goal game. I think it's all pretty much at pride level at this point. That I don't think he wants to see anything else go by him. And Cougars want to see if they can't keep this high-powered offense from scoring any more goals on them. Another throw in. This one gets knocked away by Bedard. Here's Jablonski, puts one in the center. And that one is going to be whistled for offside. Here's Tatro, and Jablonski stops that one. Gay, back for Lefebvre, and that one goes out of bounds. Here's Gomez. He's going to push one wide for Scarano, but for some reason we have a whistle on the play. Didn't see what that was all about. Possibly another offside. This one comes into the center. Tatro pushes it wide for Lefebvre. Lefebvre has it go out of bounds. And we've got substitutions. Alrighty, so the Riders going deep on the bench, putting 5 reserves in, and we'll try to rattle off some names for you when we see who they are. Believe it or not, we have another Gomez into the contest. I think he took 2 out and put 1 in. I think that's the only fair way to do it. I saw number 5, Lucas Van Alstyne, in the contest. There's a shot that goes over the top of the crossbar. So that's going to be a goal kick. And let's see who else. Big fella in the middle there was at number 19. Mihai Vlad. No, 15. It'd be Isaiah Tyrick. Here's Pupor tries to send one forward, but that one gets cut off and sent back the other way. Bedard. Here's Tyrick, and he's going to take a shot. Rabideau's going to watch that one go wide. And we're inside of 2 minutes to play here in this New York State Public High School Athletic Association Regional Final. I don't like to call them too early, Calvin, but kind of looks like the Riders of Ichabod Crane High School will be making a trip to the Final Four. And there's no doubt about it, they were the better team today. Made good on their scoring opportunities, and their defense held the Cougars in check for pretty much this whole game. There were a couple of early opportunities, but for the most part, that back line for the Riders was outstanding today to limit any real scoring threats. I think the Cougars may have had one or two in the first half, but in the second half here, they've really not have anything to not had anything to brag about. But the Cougars with an outstanding season, undefeated to this point, took care of business in the CVAC or the Northern Soccer League, and made their way through the sectional playoffs, and are now 10 seconds away from the end of their season. So the Riders have a opportunity for a corner kick here, but doubtful that Mr. Jablonski will even get this ball kicked before the whistle sounds. And so the horn blows to end the contest, and that will end the game here and the Cougars season as they bow to a superior team from Section 2 who will move on to the state semifinals next weekend down in Middletown, New York. And the Cougars will end their season on a down note, but once again, I would think that Coach Hawksby and his group has got to consider this a successful season. So with that, I will sign off for this version of Hometown Cable's presentation of boys varsity soccer. We thank you for tuning in to Hometown Cable. Television, always worth your support.
Sectional representative, regional representative today, Chris LaRose will present a soccer ball to and the certificates to the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars. I think they're unaware that they're getting something right here. Okay. Congratulations on an outstanding season and an excellent representative for Section 70. As Joe Southwick said, the first loss of the season for the Cougars, so they have one loss, and only one team will win their last game of the season. You got Bedard, Rabideau, and Trombley accepting. Now here's the Capital District Region champions. They will advance to the New York State Final Four. So congratulations to Ichabod Crane on their Hometown Cable debut here, a highly successful Hometown Cable debut. So thanks for watching and supporting viewer-supported local television, Hometown Cable, and our thanks to Joe Southwick for taking us